Good morning, hello, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be shooting this video for the 17th of January. Let's see if I can get the dates right. Sorry about yesterday's mistake, guys, I got the date wrong. I was still in December when it's actually January, so 17th of January. I'm outside here with my doggos. I'm going to take them for a walk very soon. It's a beautiful summer morning. Not too hot, there's a little breeze. Hopefully it doesn't drown my voice out too much. It's a little windy. So I will get started, guys, and we'll see what comes up. Oh, and just before I start I bought my book to show you guys. I was talking to you about it yesterday. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F, basically, and it's by Mark Manson, and they're turning it into a movie, and it's only just a light read. It's not very hard. It's such a great read. You've got to go read it, guys, because I think it's something that would really help us through 2023, how to not give an F and just let these people just wake up now and just not get so anxious and frustrated, because I know a lot of you guys are sharing in those feelings with me as well. The other thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to share a video to my Facebook page. I know a lot of you check out my Chrissy Fitzgerald Psychic Life Coach page on Facebook, and I'm going to put a video on there that's so funny. Carl Vernon posted it a couple of hours ago. Oh my God, and it's of the police in Germany. So we know there's protests happening in Germany, so it's pretty good confirmation as well. This is on Carl Vernon. And it's showing all the police and the SWAT team getting stuck in the mud, and they're trying to all pull each other out. You have to go and watch it. If you want to have a laugh, we always look for laughs on this channel. Please go and check it out, because it's very funny. It's very funny. And there's this protest guy walking around. He's not even stuck in the mud or falling over or anything. It's just like, you know, hilarious. You have to go and check it out. So if you haven't seen that video, guys, sorry, Sprocket's here, please go check it out. It's very funny, good for a laugh, and it also proves that the protests, oh my dogs, they got the entire yard, but got to be right under my arms. Oh God. So please go check that out. Good proof that there's a lot happening in Germany, and I would say this is all around climate. I think it's at a coal mine actually in Germany. I think that's what it's about, so please check it out. All right, enough of that. Let's get started and we'll see what comes up. God, I'm getting this picture, oh Sophie, I'm getting this picture of the global leaders trying to build bridges. Oh, we know what they're trying to build. They're trying to build back better, aren't they? But now I'm getting this, they're all trying to build bridges. So we know at the moment they're in Davos, they're coming together, they've got the WEF clown show happening, and they're trying to all connect and build bridges. All these global leaders, and it's interesting, isn't it, that Jacinda Ardern, Jacinda is missing in action. She must be on holidays, either that or she's travelled by jet to WEF. But they're all building these bridges. It's showing me everything connecting together. These leaders are connecting together. Hang on. Sorry guys, gotta have some coffee. You know the drill. Cheers, all my coffee, fellow coffee lovers. So I am getting that. They're connecting all their bridges, and we know Sushi's built the London Bridge back again and got you on the political map, so he's definitely one of the ones that's building the bridges. I'm getting this real connection now globally, as we know, of all the global leaders. So that's the visual they're getting me, everything starting to join together, as we know here, to become one great big bridge of connection. This is the global elites. Let's see where else we go. Keep getting it, keep getting that visual of the megaphone, that people want to be heard. This is the little people and peasants. They want to be heard, they want their voices to be heard. God, they're giving me this song by, what's her name from Fleetwood Mac? Oh, anyway, it's probably a Fleetwood Mac song anyway. You can never break the chains. Never break the chains, but you can actually break the chains, because we already did that, didn't we, guys, from government? But that's the song I'm getting. And if you don't love me now, you can never love me again. Nikki, what's her name? Oh my God, my brain, guys, honestly, there's too much stuff going on in it, I reckon. So I'm getting that. We'll say it's a Fleetwood Mac song. It's a Fleetwood Mac song. Break the Chains. Is it called Break the Chains? You will never break the chains. So that's the song I'm getting for these people who are wanting to be heard. They've got to break the chains of connection with government. That's what I'm getting. See, we're not connected to government because we're useless to government. They don't want to know about us. They keep blaming us for everything. We know that. We're used to it here. We get called everything under the sun. You know, mostly conspiracy theorists, which isn't actually true, because I always say that we are the truth tellers. We're actually giving people the true story of what's going on. So that's what I'm getting for these people who want to be heard. In order to be heard, you firstly have to break the chains. So they've got to break the chains. They've got to get away from government. They've got to get out of the denial, and they've got to face the truth, because the truth is coming. You know, they'll realise. Don't worry. So that's the song I'm getting. You can still hear me saying you can never break the chains, but they can break the chains because we've already done it. Let's see where else we go. Oh, I just keep getting it. People don't want to give up their old lives, guys. We didn't want to give up our old lives, although it's the best thing we ever did was move on from all that crap and garbage, wasn't it? But these people waking up don't want to give up their old lives. They want to stay in their old lives, but it's too late for all of that. See, we know here it's too late. It's all rolling out. There's more stuff to come this year. They're going to have to face it and deal with it, or they're going to have to stand up and fight and break those chains like we just said now. So they're trying to still hang on to their old life, hoping if they don't look, of course, all this will go away. And like I said the other day, they're still waiting at the bus stop for their government to save them, which is never going to happen because the bus is never going to come, the government bus. So that's what I'm getting. That's just what I'm getting. They want to stay in their old lives. And their old lives are gone. I've been saying that for months. Like I said in England, the hearse has gone past with the sign of your old life, and the old life is gone. Gone into the distance forever, never to be seen again. Nothing's going to be the same moving forward in 2023 for anyone, even us. Everything's about to change. We know it is. Unless, of course, these people decide to do something about it. Because we're tired of fighting their battles for them. And we don't have to fight their battles for them. It's time they stood up. Alright, let's see where else we go. Sorry about my dogs, they're always attention seeking. That's because they know they're going for a walk. We take my doggy whisperer Sandy, we go for walks pretty much every Tuesday, don't we? Sit down. God, and I'm just getting this now. Things are coming full circle. Things are coming full circle. I'm getting this saying of what goes around comes around. So again, we're getting back to that karma. So the things that and you know what comes to mind, of course, here in this situation is Biden and Hunter Biden laptop and America. What goes around comes around. You know, we all know that he's been after Trump forever. But finally it's coming around to bite him on the bum. And I really do believe Biden's going to get taken down. I keep saying that. I said yesterday how he's on a slippery slope sort of the other day, and he's coming down the slide. He's going to pretty much land in the sand pit. Because, you know, how long do you keep getting away with just all your lies, corruption, deception? You know, what goes around comes around. So that's what I'm getting here. And I feel this is a lot to do with also... you know, I keep saying it, I keep getting it this week about the doctors and the cardiologists and all these people, like what goes around comes around. So they know they've been jabbing people, they know they've been injecting people with God knows what it even is, and that it's starting to all catch up and bite them on the bum. So that's why we're getting more of them speaking out. I keep saying it, they're wanting to tell their truths now. That's why they're gathering in movements, because they don't want to have big lawsuits against them and being sued and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of this what goes around comes around. So I guess that's what the guides are kind of trying to say to us, guys. We have to really trust and just really take comfort that the truth is coming out and the truth will eventually be heard. Because I always say it, once the truth's out, it's out there. You know, the CDC is now talking about, yes, there could be a few connections to heart issues, and now they're recommending certain ages and all that again for the Pfizer jab. So, you know, we're hearing about this, so that means these other people are eventually going to hear about this. You know, we know they never listen to any of us, but, you know, they will get the information at their own... Oh, Sophie, oh my goodness, my dogs, at their own pace. Sophie, oh my goodness, they just will, and it'll wake them up. That's when they'll have their aha moments, those light bulb moments we always talk about that are going to wake them up. So what goes around comes around, and I guess that's sort of a little bit to do with that video I posted yesterday too of karma with Karen, with my sister, about how karma works. You just have to step back now. And it's not that we want things bad to happen, but we just want things to be, we just want the truth to be told. You know, we want the other side of the debate or argument to be heard, because it's never been allowed to. As we all know, what Elon Musk letting out the Twitter files and everything, finally someone's actually releasing the truth. And that new guy in America, oh, I can't think of his name, he's actually calling out Biden and all the BS and everything. You know, there are people calling out and trying to give the other side of the story, because there's not only one doctor. See, this is where all these people fell for the big Fauci's, the one science and the one doctor. There's a lot of people who are probably highly qualified in cardiology and things, and other, you know, in viruses, Robert Malone, for example, etc., that have been silenced. We know that, you know, but it's going to come out. Don't worry. We just have to find this way of chilling out, guys, and letting go of our frustrations and anxieties. We talked about that yesterday. Let's see where else we go today. God, they're saying that people are finding their way clear. This is the sleepwalkers. They're finding like their way. We talked about the jungle the other day with Matt Hancock, your UK health minister. But people are finding their way out of the jungle now. There wasn't much of a clearing before in the last 3 years, as we know. It was all sort of darkness. If you think of a jungle, a very dense jungle, there's a lot of darkness and there's a lot of unknowns like snakes and spiders and all this kind of fear. And, oh, what if a, you know, one of those, what do you call them, cannibal jumps out at you? Well, this is what I'm getting for the sleepwalkers. They're starting to find a way clear in the jungle. It's almost like they've got their machete now and they're starting to cut through the crap. This is the image I'm getting for the sleepwalkers and the people waking up. They're cutting through the crap with their machete, and they're cutting like the vines, and they're clearing a path for themselves now. They're starting to clear this path for themselves, and it's starting to let in the light. Oh God, I hope they follow to the light. So they are heading towards the light, meaning they're heading towards truths. They're starting to find things out. Oh, this is so good. It's just an analogy, guys. Let's see where else we go today. And again, see, I'm getting tight in the chest. People are finding this so hard to believe. We understand that, guys. If you went and looked at the reset information and looked at Klaus, it is like a bad movie. We all know it's like an evil villain out of Austin Powers. It's like someone out of a James Bond movie. It does not seem real. The whole saga doesn't seem real. What do you mean they're taking our gas stoves? What do you mean we all have to have EV, electric cars? None of this is making sense to these people. And it is so horrifying to them. I keep saying it's turning their clown show. We always talk about the last 3 years of the CV virus pandemic event as a clown show. Well, like I said the other day, it's turning into the horrifying movie It. That movie with the clown in it. It was it, wasn't it? You guys confirmed that. Thank you. This is what it's turning into. It's becoming a horrible nightmare. Can you imagine what they're thinking? Oh, hang on, we've had all this wrong for 3 years and we've injected ourselves with shit and God knows what is even in that, and we've put it in our kids. Imagine how they're going to feel. Some people here, some nurses we know at the local hospital have had 6 jabs because it was mandated, remember, in the health industries. I'm sure you guys are fully aware of that and know that's gone on in your countries too. So, you know, 6 jabs. What is in this crap? Anyway, it's a whole other saga, isn't it? So that's what I'm getting. They're really getting quite horrified. And now the CDC stands up and tells them the side effects. And, oh, yeah, actually, we are having a few problems with myocarditis, only because live games of football and that people are falling over and collapsing on the ground. They can't hide it. See, they can't hide it. It's coming out. It is. You can't keep sweeping everything under the mat. It's like the Hunter Biden laptop Biden in America. What, are you going to keep sweeping it under the mat? Like, there'll be more stuff to come yet with them. We know there will be. Like someone, one of the, is it senators or something, was highlighting. They said, well, hang on, we've got Hunter Biden lived in Biden's house. He had all these interactions with China and Russia or whoever he had interactions with. And there's all this, like, documents in the house that are really important. Like, a lot of questions from the little people are starting to happen. So it's not just us. These things are starting to filter out. It's great. Fingers something really comes of that. I'm hoping it will. Let's see what else we get today. Yeah, I'm getting, like, this year, some of the capitals are going to start using that real facial recognition. We know they are. There was actually a video popped up, I think it was on Carl Vernon the other day, about in the schools. I think it had to be in China, of course. I'm sure it was China. And they had to use their facial recognition, the kids, just to get their lunch at the canteen. Like, what is the world coming to, honestly? So I am getting that a few of these capitals are going to start to implement the, like, well, we know it's the digital tracking system starting, but there's going to be this, like, important facial recognition is going to start to happen. We know that it is. It's going to happen, but it's going to start to come out this year. And I think that's what's going to surprise a lot of people and wake a lot of people up, because they're going to realise, God, this was once a conspiracy and now it's here on our doorstep. I kept saying yesterday, government's ringing these people's doorbells and delivering the packages and things to them. Well, yeah, they're about to get hit with the Great Reset tsunami. That's what I keep saying. In 2023, we know that they are. Oh, Sprocket is such a cuddly, affectionate dog. My dogs just love cuddles. They're big sooks, big teddy bears. All right, let's see what else we get. Gosh, I'm getting India. Hang on a minute. I'm just getting that there's some really, I hope you can hear me, guys, over the breeze. There's some really vile things happening in India. Getting Bangladesh. This could be protests. This could be standing up, fighting back. I am getting India, because they're tired of being downtrodden. I am getting that for India. People in India just feel like they're existing. It's not a life. They're just existing. They're just going through the motions. Oh, sorry, my dogs are always knocking something or doing something, aren't they, guys? Sorry. That's what I'm getting for India. They're a very troubled place at the moment. Things might get a little volatile in India. I am getting that. Ooh, they might stand up soon. There's a lot of them to stand up there too. Look what happened in Sri Lanka. That was so awesome, wasn't it? So I am getting India. India, it's showing me locking horns. The people are locking horns with government, which is good, because when people lock horns, it kind of rises things up and puts the highlight on, and highlights these things, puts the spotlight on it. So I am getting that for India. Let's see what else we get. Getting Madrid. Madrid's in Spain, isn't it? I'm getting Madrid. They're highlighting to their government how unhappy they are. They don't want this. There's a show of strength and solidarity in Madrid. The people are fighting back. I am getting that for... Is Madrid in Spain? It is, isn't it? Well, I'm getting that. Anyway, that they're fighting back. There's a lot happening this year, guys. There is a lot of fight backs. This is good. That's because that's the people wanting to be heard, and it's not us. It's the people waking up and getting out of their bubble denial suits. I'm just getting, like, globally, a lot of the capitals are rising. Oh, Sophie, she always has to bump my table. Sorry, guys. The capitals are rising. They're rising up to the challenge. Oh, fingers, guys, that these people are rising up to the challenge. They are. I'm getting the picket signs, the flags, I'm getting the megaphones. I just keep getting these images, and this is globally. This is what Sprocket. Oh my What? This is worldwide on a global scale. People are standing up. It's coming. It is just, oh, fingers crossed, and just keep putting our energy on it, guys, that people stand up and fight back against this absolute global elite rubbish. And the guides just keep guiding us to take that step back all the time. We have to always just remove ourselves. We have to practice that art of detachment. I talk about it all the time. I'm just getting that. We have to keep taking that step back out of it all. Step back out of it all. That's what I'm getting for us. Step back out of all the nonsense and garbage. Because that's how we find relief. Relief to be able to navigate this, God, shit show, clown show, whatever you want to call it, turning into the It clown movie, the It show. Hang on. God, they're giving me a song. You got the right stuff, baby. Notice what you gotta do. Right stuff. Is that Boys to Men or something like that? Boyzone? No. Oh, who sings the right stuff? No, it's not One Direction. Oh God, I'm hopeless, guys. Anyway, you know that song. You got the right stuff, baby. Well, that means we got the right stuff. We got the right tools. We got the right knowledge. We got the right stuff. This is for you guys watching my channel. We got the right stuff, meaning we know how to take action, but we don't need to take action. So we have to keep stepping back. That's the right stuff, is to remove yourself from it and look after yourself and stay strong and in your power. That's the right stuff. So we're getting the song, you got the right stuff, baby. Who sings it? Oh, I don't know. Is it Boyzone? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, you know the song. Reason why you turn me on, right stuff. We always get music here on my channel. If you're new here, don't get overwhelmed. Sometimes it just emotes a feeling, or, you know, takes us to a happy place. You never know. Music has a lot of impact on a lot of people globally, doesn't it? Because it's about vibration. Let's see what else we get today. Guides are saying, like, if anyone starts to say stuff to us, because they might, because we know when people are waking up and they're coming out of their denial and things are becoming real, which we know that they will, we have to nip things in the bud. If someone's having a go at us, or someone's, we know that their pain bodies are going to rise up again, and they're probably going to look at us and attack us, because hurt people always hurt other people. I've got videos on this. I'll leave one actually down here, because they will want to, what do you call it, project how they feel onto other people. So that's why it's also very important that we nip things in the bud and we don't go down that road and get all caught up in all the drama and people arguing with us and all that again. It's we've had that a few times from the guides, but it's very important that we nip things in the bud and we just keep it short and concise. And if anyone's like having shots at us about the jab or anything like this kind of stuff, it doesn't have to be the jab, it could be anything about the reset as well, and they think we're conspiracy theorists, like, you don't even have to say much. You just have to tell them, you just have to state like a fact or tell the truth, like, well, we're still here. You know, what are these people that are jabbed 6 times going to say to us? Well, we're still here. You were lied to. You know, to go into a hospital and someone says, oh, you need to sign in, or you need to QR code in, or you need to wear your mask and all that. Like, what are they going to say? Because you're spreading it. They can't say that anymore. Even you just say, go and look at the CDC data. You know what I mean? So we've got to nip these things in the bud really quickly and not get into these big arguments. It's not worth it. It's just them trying to project all their crap onto us and trying to squash us. Because, see, people can't believe that we saw all this. They're not going to believe. They're going to go, how did they see all this? It doesn't even feel real to these people. You've got to remember that. It doesn't even feel real to us. God, we sit here sometimes, don't we, rubbing our heads. And we all go, how did we get here? How is this happening? How did our lives just become a circus show? 1 minute we were just living our lives. Next minute Fauci, Bill Gates and all that decided it'd be a great idea to have a pandemic and they could just control the world. And here we are 3 years later, and we're still battling this absolute nonsense and garbage now that's coming out of China. It just goes on and on and on and on. And like we were saying yesterday, it just goes on again and again, and we feel it again and again. We talk about our triggers and how it comes again and again. Well, it sure does. Let's see if there's anything else today. Oh God, the guides are saying this reset, we've only just scratched the surface. We keep talking about, over the last year, we've talked about the iceberg analogy where there's a little bit of reset on the top and there's all is to come underneath. Well, that's what the guides are saying this year. We've only been scratching the surface with this reset. There is so much more to come. It's going to be like unbelievable. That's what the guides are saying. It's unbelievable what's coming. And that's why so many people are going to wake up. See, how do you completely, like I said yesterday, change people's lives without waking them up? They're going to see it. They're not in the mass psychosis for all this. And like I keep saying, I think half of them are coming out of the mass psychosis now anyway, because remember the jab wheel, they try and push it all the time. But they've moved on to different things now, like the EVs and the climate change. And oh my God, we've all got to get rid of gas stoves, like I said, and all this rubbish. And now that's not making sense to people. So everybody's focus isn't just on the jab, the jab, the jab. It's on all these other things. The cost of living. Oh, there's one right there. Overwhelming people. How am I going to make my next mortgage repayment next month? How am I going to pay for fuel in the car? How am I going to buy the kids lunches? This is the stuff that people have now got their mind on. So that's why they're getting drawn out of the mass psychosis, because their mind is going to other things. They're not just focused on that one thing anymore. That's why I feel like people are coming out of that mass psychosis. We know there's still a handful that'll be stuck in it. You know, there just is. But that's what I'm getting. There's so much more to come. We've just been scratching the surface, which is a horrifying thought, guys, isn't it? Like, what more? Like, how? What could possibly be left? We know it's the one world everything, but what's left? Sometimes I just get bewildered how one person, Cotton Schwab, came up with all these great plans, and what made these leaders jump on board and go, this is a brilliant idea, let's all do it? Like, they have to be the absolute narcissists of the world. What we know Trudeau is, we know Jacinda is. It's all about them and getting their power. Sprocket is eating my pork. You know, how did we get here? Honestly, sometimes I know you guys get it. I just am bewildered. But we've only been scratching the surface, guys. So this year there's going to be a lot more to come. Let's see if there's anything else to close with today. Just keep getting that Germany's rising. There must be a lot going on in Germany. I keep saying it. We've had it for like over a month or more, but there is a lot happening there. Got to go watch that film clip of the the police or SWAT team or UN or whoever they are in the mud. Hilarious. Carl Vernon, if you're looking for it. Hang on a sec. God, they're showing me all these global elites, right? And yesterday we were talking about them trying to climb up their ladder, and it was getting really slippery, and they were struggling to kind of climb that ladder now because things aren't just going to perfection. Well, now it's showing me them kind of all falling into a swimming pool. And it's not that they're drowning. That's not what the guides are saying. They're just... it's sort of saying they haven't got steady footing. So there's still a lot of uncertainty around this reset. That's why they're showing me them falling into this pool. They're making like a splash, which is starting to wake people up. But these global elites still don't have good footing. They'd have to get out of the pool and get themselves stable again. So at the moment, I'm just getting this, all of them sort of falling in this pool, and they're making this big splash. And I'm guessing that these splashes are going to wake a lot of people up. It's like when someone does a big bomb dive into a pool, and you know, you're laying there in the nice warm sun, and then all the cold water hits you and you get all really annoyed. Well, that's what's going to happen when these people wake up. They're going to get really annoyed because all these government leaders, I'd say pretty soon, end of January, are going to make a big splash. It shows me them all going into this pool and the effects are going to splash out and start to hit people. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. So whatever they're up to, they're going to make a big splash with it. God, it's exhausting, isn't it, just to think about? And these are the things that are going to wake people up. God, I hope so. Let's see if there's something to close with today. Oh, they're showing me the sleepwalkers, right? And they're just showing me that the government's now putting piles and piles of rubbish on them. So it's like they've got this like big bulldozer digger thing, and it's coming over and it's just tilting its, what do you call that cup thing on the front of it? And it's just putting piles and piles of rubbish on the sleepwalkers. Piles and piles and piles of like screwed up paper, plastic, everything, garbage. And it's just putting piles and piles of garbage on the people. Not us, because we're not available for government to do that to, because we're useless to government, so they don't do things like that to us. They don't dump heaps of rubbish and that on us because we're far away, like right back over there on the mountaintop that we often talk about, getting a 360-degree view of everything that's going on around us, and we're useless to government, so they're not interested in us. But they're just putting piles and piles and piles of rubbish. It's showing me these little people just sitting like this, like terrible body language, all dejected, round shoulders, overwhelmed, exhausted, no joy in them. And this is how they're feeling, just downtrodden and all, like, yeah, just keep putting all the rubbish on us. And the rubbish meaning all the reset, all the financial crap, all the collapse of everything. Oh God, on TV this morning they were even pushing, oh yeah, go and build up your super, do all this. Like, who's going to put more money into super? I know, we're talking about, you know, how to fund yourself as a retiree. Yeah, let's put our money into super. So I'm sure John and Tim, you know all about this. So government can make more money out of you. So, you know, this is the kind of crap they're just dumping on people. You know, do it our way and we'll help you out of all the garbage. Like, meaning they're throwing more garbage on you. You're never going to find your way out. You're going to get smothered in garbage and nonsense and reset crap that's just going to destroy your life. That's what I'm getting for these people waking up. They're just getting, at the moment, this is at the moment, they're just getting more and more rubbish just piled onto them. Because it's like I keep saying, government doesn't care about them. See, this is what's going to wake them up. Because hang on, oh, your government was going to save you with the jab and the pen from that terrible disease, the terrible CV virus, and your government was really caring about you, and we want to save everyone, and anyone who's an anti-vaxxer is killing people. This is the shit they were feeding everyone, and now what's happened? They don't give a crap about them, and they're just treating them like garbage. That's what I'm seeing. What are you guys seeing? That's pretty much what's going on. So they're piling more garbage, shit, whatever you want to call it, onto the poor little people. And that's why they're going to have to wake up. They're going to have no choice. I keep saying it. They won't have a choice because they're getting to breaking point. Wish it'd hurry up and happen. Let's see if there's something to close with today. Hang on a minute. And see, that's what the guides are saying. People have to find a way clear. They have to find a way clear out of the big rubbish pile and the garbage. And it's like it's like that machete in the beginning I said about hunting through the jungle, getting out of the rubbish, pushing everything aside so they can find a way clear, see some light, and start to fight the F back. Oh, God. Not us, not you if you're watching my channel. This is for the sleepwalkers. It's a big year for them this year. Oh, here's Pocket. Hang on a minute. I'll see if there's something else to close with today. God, I'm getting this song by Midnight Oil, and I'm pretty sure Midnight Oil's the Aussie band. We get a lot of music here from Midnight Oil, and I'm sure it's called Only the Strong. Only the strong. Only the strong We're going to have to go look that song up, guys. But that's the song I'm getting for us at the moment. We're getting a new patch on our Braveheart biker jackets, all you guys out there. And it's showing me the muscle arm. I haven't got big muscles, guys. I used to have really toned arms. Since menopause, it just changes your body. I know you women out there understand. But it's showing me, oh, I'll do that. It's showing me this muscle arm. You know that little emoji of the muscle arm? We sometimes use it here about staying strong. Well, that's the song that I'm getting for us. We have to stay really strong this year. This is a year where we really stay in our strength and our power, and we have to remain really strong moving forward. And again, that's by detaching. Practicing the art of detachment. It's very important. If you need any tips on that, go check out Eckhart Tolle. He's really good at teaching you how to do that. He's just a master of all these things. Living in the now, how to learning to detach from things, not having judgment on things. That's what we've got to practice this year, because that's how we stay strong. And that's why we're getting this picture of the fist. It's like the clenched fist and the muscle arm. And that's the patch of strength and power. That's what we're getting given by the guides today. We have that strength and power to navigate this year really well. And that's the song I'm getting by Midnight Oil. I'm sure it's called Only the Strong. Only the Strong. Oh, we'll have to look it up, guys. I hope that's the words. I know. Hello, Pam, Catherine. You guys are really good with the music and you help me so much. So thank you for that. Let me see if there's anything else today. God, they're giving me this image, and I know this really sounds terrible, giving me this image of people, and they're saying they're like clinically dead, meaning people are walking around like zombies at the moment. They're showing me this image of people with their arms out. You know how a zombie like walks like this kind of thing if you're watching those crazy zombie movies? I don't personally. But a lot of people, the people who are lining up for more of the jab wheel are just like walking zombies. Ticking time bombs as well, because we know about the clots, blockages in arteries, all this kind of stuff. So now they're walking around like zombies. This is so sad, isn't it? But that's what I'm just getting for the people who, this is the small minority, small minority group who is in the real deep mass psychosis. My mum would be one of them, because she still won't have us in her house because we're unjabbed. She's so fearful. She's 86. Wouldn't you rather see your family? We're not even sick. And she is terrified of getting the CV virus. But then on the phone, she'll say to me, oh, I could just die in my sleep. It gets so lonely. And I'm like, well, what are you doing, woman? Let us visit. Oh, it's just nuts. Anyway, what they have destroyed people's families and lives. They have. And now people are walking around like bloody zombies. And they are. You can see them in the streets. People, when they've got masks on, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. You just look at them and you go, oh my God, you're walking around like a zombie being dictated to by your government and told what to do. It's just insane. I don't get it, guys. So that's an image I'm getting. Let me see if there's just something else today. Oh, this is a great song, guys. This is for us. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And we're getting that fist and that arm again, the muscle arm. The tough get going. So we got to get going. Head to the mountaintop, guys. We're nearly at the end of January, and that's going to be the safe place for us to be. Who sings that? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, who sings that song? Whoa, whoa. Anyway, you guys all know it. I know you know it. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And we're the tough, and we need to get going. That's the message from the guides now. Detach, stay out of it, keep everything to a minimum when you're having conversations, and get out of there. That's my tip for the day. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. I'm off to walk the doggos. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm going to go and enjoy some beautiful Australian sunshine. I hope you could hear the birds. There's so many beautiful birds out in summer. It is really beautiful here. We have all sorts of birds: crows, wrens, kookaburras, cockatoos, beautiful parrots. Oh, we have them all. It is really lovely. I hope you guys are keeping warm over there too in winter. I know it's been very harsh for you guys. Oh, also just quick mention, there's a lot of flooding in Queensland again, right up the top end near Cairns and Mackay. Really bad, severe, abnormal floods again. So Australia's starting to cop a bit more rain again. So hopefully it doesn't come down my way. So take care, be strong, put your new patches on of the strength, and I'll talk to you very soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification as well, guys, and please feel free to comment down below. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.